that we've got your attention, let the games begin! Cartridges assembling. Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets. Uh-oh. I don't understand. Every day it seems to be the same problem. Ugh, revolting slob.
You know, we can learn a thing or two from even the most peculiar people. Even the revolting slob, who I believe is getting ready for the big talent show. I wonder what talent he'll be performing. My, all those animals. That's quite a zoo. So, viewers, with so many to choose from, are the revolting slob's animal sounds A, diverse, B, divine, or C, divisive? The answer is A, diverse, which means numerous and varied.
And I sing?
Really? Please do. Oh, that's quite a splendid talent as well.
And stew.
Goodness, so many talents, but which one will you do?
Don't know.
But I'm afraid to tell you, you must choose one.
Can't.
Oh, dear. With so many talents to choose from, is the revolting slob being A, incendiary, B, indecisive, or C, inquisitive? The correct answer is B, indecisive, which means unable to make a decision.
I don't idea. Do magic.
Perfect! Everyone loves magic. What will you do?
Pull rabbit from hat.
That's an extremely difficult trick. Can the revolting slob really?
Deborah! Presto.
Goodness, what a surprise. Well now, the revolting slob's attempt to pull a rabbit from his hat was A, bungled, B, burgled, or C, bundled. The correct answer is A, bungled, which means doing something clumsily or unsuccessfully. Let's review. My, the revolting slob can perform a diverse number of animal impressions. But his inability to select a single talent out of his many shows him to be indecisive. And his attempt to pull a rabbit out of his hat was bungled. And you might also be interested to know that incendiary may be something that blows up, say, like a bomb. No slobs were harmed in the filming of this show.
Watch your backs! Coming through, coming through! Good, no, wait, left, right, left. Okay, right there, pull it. party.
Good evening and welcome to the Haunted House Party. Tonight we will party with a most revered and yet dead luminary. It is you who is responsible to deduce just who our mystery guest is. Oh look, our guest of honor has just arrived. See if you can identify him. If not, who knows what ghastly consequence will befall you.
Good evening, my French friend.
Excuse me, but I am English.
Yes, I just love the French. In fact, I purchased the Louisiana Territory from them.
But I am not.
And I represented America as ambassador to the French court. Hopefully this nickel will help me get a decent table.
A whole nickel?
No need to thank me. I have quite a lot of them. There were no photo IDs when I was alive, so it's my only means of identification. Of course, there is the $2 bill.
I'll be sure not to spend the entire nickel in one place.
Oh, I so love parties. In fact, I founded one, the Democratic Party, although at the time we called it the Republican Party.
And I've taken the liberty of seating you with the other two-term presidents.
Hold on now. You're not French. You're British, aren't you?
Quite.
Well, my dear sir, I just happen to be the one who shaped the Declaration of Independence, so we didn't have to do anything the British told us to do.
I certainly didn't mean to.
And you certainly won't. That is because I am...
Just one bygone moment. Who might this expired guest be? Let's examine the facts. He was ambassador to France, from whom he purchased the Louisiana Territory. His face is on the nickel and the $2 bill. He founded the Democratic Party. He was a two-term president, and he shaped the Declaration of Independence. The mysterious mystery guest has got to be...
Oui, mon ami, I am Thomas Jefferson, and I was your third president.
Impressive! We just got that one in under the... deadline! When you're ready for more deceased fun, tune in again, at which time you're all invited to the Haunted House Party.
Poop or scoop?
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I'm talking here. That's better. All right, it's time once again to play Poop or Scoop. Can you tell the straight scoop true from the animal poop false? Test your knowledge of the animal kingdom by separating fact from fiction. Let's dive right in with our first animal. Poop or Scoop, all starfish have 5 arms like a star. How about it? Does every starfish have 5 arms? If you think I'm just pulling your leg, vote poop. But if you think you've got to hand it to me, go Scoop. And the answer is, it's pure poop. Most starfish do have 5 arms, but the crown of thorns starfish can have as many as 19. Isn't he something? Let's give him a great big hand, or 19 of them. Moving right along. Poop or Scoop, the average rhea can run faster than 50 miles per hour. Don't rush to a decision, but if you think it's true, vote Scoop. If not, vote poop. And the answer is, it's the straight Scoop. Yes, sir. Rheas can really run 50 miles per hour. They may not be much for flying, but those strong legs mean they can even outrun a racehorse. I guess that's what the flap's all about. Here's another one for you. Poop or Scoop. The pufferfish gets its name because it puffs air out of its mouth, making it the only fish that can swim backwards. If it sounds like I'm blowing smoke, go poop. But if you believe it, go Scoop. And poop it is. When threatened, the pufferfish swells up like a balloon. It makes itself too big to fit in another fish's mouth. Poison glands don't make it any tastier. These little guys are called cicadas. Pope or scope. Some cicadas live underground for almost 20 years before seeing the light of day. What do you say? Do these flying insects really spend years and years underground? Straight scoop! And the answer is, it's the straight scoop. The Magicicada, or 17-year cicada, is born, then buries itself and doesn't come up again for 17 years. But when he does, look out! Millions of his cousins do the same thing at the exact same time. They swarm trees and make a huge racket for about 6 weeks before they give birth, and the whole 17-year cycle starts all over again. Wow. Well, kids, that's all we got for you today. If you got only one right, you're a party pooper. 2, and you're a pooper scooper. 3 makes you a super pooper scooper. If you got all 4 questions, you're what else? A super duper pooper scooper. I'm telling you, you can't get this kind of entertainment just anywhere. So please, join us again next time for Poop or Scoop.
Job, work, game time in 10 seconds. Greetings. Game cartridge loading. Check. Next game up, distraction news.
And now, Distraction News with your anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Good evening. I'm Doris Marmy, and welcome to Distraction News, where we give you the news and then ask you 5 questions about what we've just reported. So make sure you're not distracted. Tonight, we examine the heart. The heart is a muscle that works by pumping blood through the body. It has 4 chambers, 2 collecting ones called atria, and 2 larger pumping ones called ventricles. The heart pumps oxygen-rich blood into blood vessels called the arteries. The largest artery leaving the heart is called the aorta. The arteries get smaller until they become microscopic little tubes called capillaries. When blood is in the capillary, the cells trade oxygen for another gas called carbon dioxide. Now the blood needs oxygen again, so it's back to the heart. This time it travels through blood vessels called veins. The veins get bigger until they all collect into 2 big veins flowing back into the heart. The heart then pumps blood into the lungs. There we release the carbon dioxide by breathing it out. Then we get fresh oxygen to the blood by breathing air in. At that point, it's back to the heart for another round. So, I think we got to the heart of that matter. I wonder just how much attention you've been paying. Well, here goes. The heart pumps oxygen-rich blood into blood vessels called freeways, arteries, or art galleries. The answer is arteries. When the arteries become microscopic little tubes, they are called itty-bitty, cannelloni, or capillaries. The answer is capillaries. In the capillaries, blood trades oxygen for carbon dioxide, quick cash, or sugar. The answer is carbon dioxide. Blood travels back to the heart through the subway system, the internet, or veins. The answer is veins. And lastly, we get fresh oxygen by passing blood through Cleveland, the lungs, or the stomach. The answer is the lungs. So, did you get all 5? If you did, I'm going to send you a big chocolate heart. Yum! Until next time, don't ever let anything distract you from watching Distraction News. So long.
This has been Distraction News with your favorite cardboard cutout anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Anybody seen the next game? Hey there! Crazy, isn't it? Excuse me. I don't have all day. Hello?
mighty. Shiver me timbers. Yo ho ho. Look alive, ye lollygaggers. I'm the incredibly dead Captain Bones. I've been sailing the seven seas for an eternity, and I'll tell ya, I'm a bored stiff. The only thing that saves me from going stark raving mad is making up math puzzles using nothing but me own bones. Now watch closely, and just do as I say, or I'll surprise the life out of ye. Just watch me bones. Let me show you what I mean. Here's a picture of a salty dog. You try making a better one with nothing but your own bones, eh? Now, supposing I were to ask you to move only one of me bones, so that afterwards the dog faces the opposite direction. Could you handle it? I should hope so, you ascot worm sissies. Look-o! There you have it. Weren't nothing to it. But don't be thinking this is the good ship Lollipop, you Shirley Temple lovers. Here 'tis again, 'cause you probably missed it the first time. Here's one for you to puzzle out without me help. First, let me shuffle up me bones. I hope you can see 5 squares on me deck. But can you move 2 of me bones so the 5 squares become 4 right in front of your mascara-covered eyes? Remember, you're to move but 2. Now, put your backs into it, ladies. Dirty here, brimming with intelligence there. All right, here's a clue for you facial-getting mama's girls. 2 of the squares you see now will be ruined to make a new one. 2 sides of the new square are already in place. Can you see where that might be? When all is done, none of the squares will be touching except at the corners. All right, enough already. If I weren't already dead, you'd be killing me. Arr! There it is, you feeble-minded swabbies. Weren't nothing to it, you jump rope skipping players with dolls. Not that you knew it. I work me fingers to the bone, thinking of puzzles. And why? Because that's all me fingers are to begin with.
Hey, cats. It's your friend Sketch here to lay something heavy on you. Just 'cause you got eyes doesn't mean you always see. You got to get the whole picture before you really know what's going down. Don't believe me? Well, I'm going to show you some pages from my sketch pad, but not every page. See if you can tell what's happening before I show you the missing pages. You dig? Now picture this. 2 fathers and 2 sons decide to go fishing. The dudes had themselves a real fab day. In fact, everybody catches themselves a fish. When they go home, they count up the fish. But dig, there are only 3. Like I said, 2 fathers and 2 sons all catch a fish, but only 3 fish are caught. Crazy, man. Are you switched on to the scene? Can you figure out what really went down before I lay the missing pages of my sketch pad on you? Remember, you can look, but you don't always see. Check it out. Now, you might think the 2 of them cats caught the same fish. But that ain't it. You may be thinking they had one fish for lunch. But that ain't it. Or maybe you were thinking one of those fish got away. But that ain't it either. Truth is, each person got exactly one fish. So you gotta ask yourself, when can two fathers and two sons be only three people? Are you seeing it now? When one of them's a father and a son. Can you dig? The little boy's father is also the older man's son. That makes two fathers and two sons, but only three people. And that means three fish. Like I've been telling you, when you really use your eyes, you're gonna draw the right conclusions.
Watch your backs! Coming through, coming through! Greetings. Game time in 10 seconds. Think! Tank!
Ahoy, me land jamming friends! This here's Captain Bob with a different kind of cool running. I can't get back to my beautiful home in Jamaica cause I'm stuck in this tank. No worries, man. I got me Rasta sub and me dreads swinging to the music. Look at this.
Can you help Captain Bob? He's jamming in his song.
Okay, here's the deal. Now I'm gonna show you three things. And you got to tell me what they all got in common. But you got to do it before the water runs out of my tank. Let's go, gang. We got to get jamming.
Use your eyes, use your brain before his crews go down the drain.
Like I said, we got three things. We got an old open soda, a pancake, and a bad singer. What do they all have in common? Quick, the level's dropping. An old open soda, a pancake, and a bad singer. We're almost at the bottom, man. Do you see it now? They're all things that are flat. An old soda be flat, a pancake be flat, but you got to flip it right. And a singer that's bad, he be real flat, man. Now this is fun. Next clue.
Before old Bob hits the bottom, find what these three got in common.
What's this now? We got a newspaper, an office building, and a book of fairy tales. Can you figure out what ties them all together? Think hard. The watcher's already running away. Come on, people. You got a newspaper, an office building, and a book of fairy tales. Hurry. That train be clogging. Time's up, man. They're all things that got stories. A newspaper's got news stories. An office building is lots of stories high. And a book of fairy tales is full of children's stories. Well, that's it for today. Join me in me take next time for another round.
We have Captain Bob. Now he's jamming in his song.
Greetings, time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
When can two fathers and two sons be only three people? Are you seeing it now? When one of them's a father and a son. The little boy's father is also the older man's son.
The heart is a muscle that works by pumping blood through the body. It has 4 chambers, 2 collecting ones called atria, and 2 larger pumping ones called ventricles.
The Magicicada, or 17-year cicada, is born, then buries itself and doesn't come up again for 17 years. But when he does, look out! They swarm trees and make a huge racket for about 6 weeks before they give birth, and the whole 17-year cycle starts all over again.
He was ambassador to France, from whom he purchased the Louisiana Territory. His face is on the nickel and the $2 bill. He founded the Democratic Party. He was a 2-term president, and he shaped the Declaration of Independence.
I am Thomas Jefferson, and I was your 3rd president.
But his inability to select a single talent out of his many shows him to be indecisive. And his attempt to pull a rabbit out of his hat was bungled.
Ow, ah.
Well, that's it for now. See you next time.